All right, so let's move on to
Wait a sec.
let's move on to the Italians.
Italy kind of ranking 12, which is probably one of the lowest ever. Best performance in history of the tournament was in 1968 when they hosted
And they won it.
the tournament, and they won it.
Mm-hmm.
Won a few times. The hosts have actually won the tournament.
Yep.
Qualified fairly easily. 26 points out of possible 30 points. In
Best
the
defensive
qualifier.
record, only 2 goals conceded. But it was a very easy team, a very easy group. Sorry,
It was.
It was a
It
very,
was.
apart from Serbia, there was Estonia
Oh.
and a few other minnows.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
so
very
Serbia was in terrible form. They were letting into a shitload of goals.
Even Estonia beat them.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
but that's not to say. I mean, I'm just saying Italy's defense is normally good anyway. But it was a very easy group, best defensive record.
This team is a team which is getting rebuilt.
Yep.
After the shocking World Cup
It was the
exit.
shocking. They finished below New Zealand.
Finished below New Zealand. They were shocking in 2010, really absolutely shocking, and it was the first time for them ever they had gone off that group stage in the World Cup, I think, or since like 1930 something.
Yeah,
So it was like
it's
one of the
crazy.
worst their performances. So because of that, obviously Matteo Lippi got resigned, left,
Yep.
and they started rebuilding it around new coach Cesare Prandelli.
Prandelli, and the first thing he did was pretty much just defy Lippi, who had no faith in Balotelli and Cassano.
Mm,
He brought those guys in straight away,
mm,
and Cassano's made a big difference. Playmaking role, he can also be a striker.
mm.
And Balotelli, it's been well publicised, very talented striker, but he's rough around the edges, but
That's a
it's an understatement. But it was needed. Got some really old dead weight there with Inzaghi and Luca Toni retiring
Yep,
and everything. So it needed Dotti as well. So a lot of the attacking options have dried up since that 2006 win.
But at that time as well, because it's they had to change. They had to change because they had they didn't have a great tournament in 08 either. It was
Euro 2008.
It was the quarterfinals.
They just got through the
They
group
just got
stage,
through.
and they got eliminated by penalties by Spain. So they'll be facing Spain again in the group.
So the last couple of major tournaments haven't done too well, especially since the 2006 victory at the World Cup.
That's right.
So it's it's a chance for them to rebuild, and they've been pretty impressive under Prandelli actually.
Yep.
I think what I've heard and read is that they're only like second behind Spain in terms of possession and attacking as well.
Right.
I believe so, and which goes to show that this team is not just a purely defensive team like Italian teams are normally are.
Yeah.
This is a team which actually is attacking and is very very.
Yeah,
different.
no, they've changed their style, but it's good to see. I suppose someone's got to take responsibility for the goals. It's always been a concern. Di Natale hasn't produced his Udinese form for Italy, and he's another one of them old heads. Balotelli, yes, no, I don't know what's gonna. You can never tell what's gonna happen. He can score 5 goals. He can get sent off in the first game. I don't know. Giuseppe Rossi, big injury for Villarreal. Was out for the season, I think, and he hasn't played. And so Cassano, he needs to do a bit more of the creative work in the midfield. And if he puts him at striker, I don't think it's a good idea. So if Balotelli can, keep discipline in check, which is a big if. Him and Cassano, I think, it's a future for Italy, and I think those two need to combine well at this tournament for them to succeed.
That's true. The other key player, Andrea Pirlo.
Pirlo, yeah. So he's always been there. He's always been a good.
Well, he's a playmaker, really. He's a playmaker of the team. He's the guy in the middle, creating the things, pulling the strings.
Yeah.
He's been great form for Juventus. They've obviously went through an undefeated league season,
So that's
which
an
was
incredible achievement.
Incredible achievement. People thought he was done and dusted, but it looked like he's been re-energized under in Juventus, and looks like this probably will be his final tournament, as in final Euro at least. So
Yeah.
You know, he could.
Feels like he's been around forever, but yeah, he's still early 30s. He's not mid 30s. So.
He's not, but I think he won't be. I doubt he'll be here again next Euro.
Yeah.
So this could be his last Euro tournament, and you want to leave a good impression. And I think he's in good form from Juventus. As I said, the only thing once again that you can stop him is burnout if he's been playing too much.
Yep,
So
okay, so Buffon is another experienced player. He's been there for. He's a goalkeeper. He can play to his late 30s. It doesn't matter. So, but he's still one of the better goalkeepers in the world.
Yeah, he'll most certainly probably put in good performance as usual, but they'll need him to be on top of his game, in order to keep out the goals, and also he's the captain as well, so he's the guy who's leading the team, and he has a lot of experience, and he's also one of the key players, I believe, because any team which wins tournaments also has a good defense, so you got a good goalkeeper, a good defense.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. In terms of predictions, my prediction is they'll get out of the group, and they'll reach semi-finals where I think they'll get knocked out in semi-finals.
Right.
What do you think?
I think they'll just miss out in this group. I think they'll be pipped by Spain and Croatia.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're still a team in transition, and they may have a few issues getting past Ireland and Croatia. I mean, I'll explain later, but I think those other teams will shape how Italy, not so much Spain, but those other teams might cause them problems.
Okay.
I think they'll just miss out in this group, and they'll be eliminated in the group stage. I think Italy.
Okay, and then in the group stage.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
If that happens, Italy's gonna be warfare.
It's not gonna be pretty. But
You're right.
it could be right, exactly. I mean, there are two failures in a row. I mean, this is such a big footballing nation, but it's not as easy a group as it looks.
I agree with you. Italy will go to the semis.
Italy to the semis. My mate here says semis. I say eliminated in the group stage. So interesting to see how Italy goes. It is a new team. It's not the same. But is it as good as some of the teams of the past? I don't know.
I think so.
You think so?
Go at least the semis. Who knows? It'll go the way, I reckon.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Italy.
That's Italy.